Hey everybody, this is Brian from Ottonavi. So today I'm actually going to go ahead and install one of our radios on a 2013 GMC Yukon. So the first thing you have to do is actually remove the stock radio, which is fairly simple. All you have to do is remove the actual kit, the actual dash around it, this right here. In order to do so, you need a little removing kit like one of these, and you just run it across the edges, pull it off. Okay, don't be afraid to use some force. It is kind of hard, so just make sure to remove it. Okay, now the next thing you got to do is just actually remove these 8 bolts right here, and that's about it. So I'm going to go ahead and fast forward while I remove these bolts, and come back to you as soon as I'm removing the last bolt. Okay, so this is the last bolt here. So I mean, once you remove this, that's pretty much it. Now you can start removing it. You need to remove it from the bottom to the top. So remove this first, now this one, and now you can actually pull out the radio. Okay, now pull it out gently, and then on the back you're gonna see 3 plugs that you gotta disconnect. Actually, that's 4. So just make sure to remove those. Okay. Alright, so these plugs are a little hard, so it'll take you a while, but once you actually remove them, then that's pretty much it. So let me remove this one, and now the antenna. Okay, and that's pretty much it. Now I'm going to set it aside. Alright, so now that you remove the stock radio, all you got to do now is put in the S150 GMC radio in. Okay, so on the S150 you actually get the main harness here with the CAN bus. Make sure this is connected. You also get the little hockey puck. This is to retain all the sounds, chimes and whistles on the vehicle. So this has a black tab, and then on the main harness you'll see another little black tab. Make sure those are connected. Okay, and then also you do have the USB. Since it's an Android radio, you do need a Wi-Fi stick in order to connect to your hotspot, so you gotta make sure these are connected. Okay, and then the last thing you need is the actual USB to keep the actual stock USB on the radio here. Okay, all the other things I'm not actually gonna connect, like the iPod and the RCA's, because we're not gonna use them. I'm also not gonna connect the GPS antenna because I'm not gonna run it and none of that. Okay, so all you gotta do now is just connect the main harness onto this harness right here. So these only go in one way, so don't try to force it. There we go. So I have the CAN bus and everything connected here, so you can throw that to the back. Now grab the actual radio, and you're going to see all these plugs here, so you can actually go ahead and connect the USB and the other USB for the Wi-Fi. Okay, same with these, it only goes in one, so don't try to force them in any of these. Okay, so there we go. And now it does have this harness here. This is actually for the steering controls. So on this harness itself, you have to make sure to connect it back to the radio. If not, your steering controls will not work. So you can connect the main harness like that, and connect this cable and the corresponding one. Okay, now you need USB here. And there we go. Then you need the antenna, which I didn't actually grab. You need the antenna adapter. Here, let me grab that real quick. Okay, without that antenna adapter, this will never go in. So I just need to grab that real quick. There we go. To the radio antenna. And just push all this in. And also, before you do this, also make sure you connect your Wi-Fi dongle. Okay, now I'm just going to go ahead and put in all the other parts in here, and then I'll show you exactly how it looks when it's on. Okay? Alright, so once you actually install all the harnesses and you put everything back together, you would just need to put all the nuts back in, and then just put the trim back in, push it in, and that's it. This is how it would look finalized. And as you can tell, the steering controls work. So I mean, everything is working properly as it should be. I'm just gonna go through all the functions so you can see how everything works. So of course, this is the radio here. So I mean, here you have your band option here. You have FM and AM. If you do want to add more stations, you can click this button here, and you can save up to, I believe it's like 100 or so stations once you actually do this. Okay. Right here is just to actually search, so it's going to go through all of them, and as you can see, it starts saving them all. So this is going to take a while. This is your the radio reception, and then this is if you want stereo or mono. You do have this option here, which is for more settings. That brings up your AF, TA, PTY. So all these are just for RDS, automatic frequency, and things like that. So you can actually see what station it is and all that. So you can definitely turn those on. Let's see, just wait for it to finish. Okay, so there we go. Now you have all your stations, so you can easily just click on your steering control here and go through all the ones that I just saved, and you can change them at any time. So I mean, if you want to do that, you would just click on here, the station that you have, and then just push and hold where you want it, and that's it. Okay. So that's pretty much station. You do have the seek buttons here too, if you want to go through that way or this way here. Okay, and then if you push and hold, it goes to the next available one. Okay, so that's the radio function there. I go home over here. You have all these functions here. It's for movies if you have an SD card here. For the music for the SD card. Then you have your radio. You have your phone, your EQ, and your settings. This is an Android, so it looks just like a phone here. You have all these apps here. Since it is Android, it doesn't come with a map, but you can easily, once you actually set it up, you can go to the Play Store, download an offline map. You're ready to go. Okay, so let me go here to the Bluetooth. Okay, so on the Bluetooth, you just turn it on your phone. Wait for it to come up. There it is, hands-free, car kit. Click on that one. Okay, when it asks you for the pin, it should be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, if it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, then it's 4 zeros. Let's see. It's trying to connect because the code was incorrect, so it's not 1, 2, 3, 4, it's 4 zeros. So I'm just waiting. And 4 zeros. And there you go, connected. Okay, and as you can see, as soon as I connected it, it's already playing my music. So there you go. can easily go through all your music. So that's pretty much it. You can go here in this option and you have it up here too. So if you do want to play it through here, you can easily do that. Okay, so that's it. If you go on here, this is your actual dial key, so you can just mark the number that you want to dial. If you go on here, you have your contacts. You would hit this arrow here to download your contacts. I'm not going to do that because they'll save them on here, but you can definitely do that. And then once your contacts are there, you can search, put the name, and they'll come up, or you have the little list here. Okay, right here is for all your outgoing, missed, and incoming calls. And then of course the settings to change any of this. You could turn the Bluetooth off, auto connection off, auto answer off, the pairing code, you could change it to whatever you want, and you can change the actual device kit and to just connect it. Okay, so that's the Bluetooth function. Go back home. Like I said, these are for SD cards. So if you do have an SD card, you would click on these and it'll go straight to the movies or to the videos. I already showed you Bluetooth, your EQ. These are your the settings here. So on here you have your sound setting, your display, just like an Android device. So you can change everything here. Okay, if you want me, I'll go through all of them just so you can see them all. So you have your sound here. Okay, all your volume, balance, and all that. You have your display, brightness, night brightness, all of that. You have your Bluetooth to turn it on and off. You have the Wi-Fi, like I showed you before. You connected the Wi-Fi dongle, so you can turn that on. Okay, and then once it actually turns on, it'll show you all your available networks. Okay, while that one is turning on, I'm going to go through all the other functions. You have your 3G network, you have the device, your language input, date and time, navigation settings, the rear zone, your steering wheel. As you saw, as soon as I plugged it, everything works, so you don't need to do that. But if it doesn't work, you can definitely go in here and manually set them up. Okay, so I don't want to mess with that because they're working just fine. You have your storage, if you have a storage card in there. You have your apps, your location services, backup reset, developer options, you know, all the basic things on an Android. Okay. Alright. Now on here you have your apps. So you can click on there to see all the actual apps you have. You have your navigation. Like I said, this one doesn't have the navigation, but you can easily download one. You have your music players, which I already went through. Disc, I don't have a CD or DVD, but you know, it's pretty straightforward. Put it in and it works. You have the virtual CDC, that's to actually save CDs on here. And then you have your Bluetooth, you have your iPod function, your TV, video recorder. The Androids do come with the DVR that we provide, so if you hook that up, that's how you can access it to record and see all the videos. You have your file explorer, the settings. Next one, you have your GPS monitor, your auxiliaries, the car DVR again, the quick system, the global time, rear zone, application, image, calculator, UC browser, and apps. Okay, and then you have your browser, the calendar, downloads, email, local, maps, and Play Store. Okay, that's pretty much it. These are all your widgets that you can move around wherever you want. You would just click and hold and then just put it wherever you want. There was no room there, so I mean, you can just go to the next side over here, if I can get it. Let's see. Just go to the next one. And it's not letting me. But you could easily put this wherever you want if you delete stuff. And these are all your widgets here, so you can have easy shortcuts. Okay. On here you have the same thing. So I mean, you see here it is already, and you can easily move this around. You can turn off your Bluetooth, turn the Wi-Fi on and off, and all of that. I mean, it's pretty straightforward. Buttons here, you have your eject, your ban, your play, your mute, your SRC, which is just the source, so it'll just take you to the main menu. On this side you have your Navi, DVD, auxiliary, and the phone pickup and hang up. Alright. And I believe that's pretty much it for the Android radio. I already showed you all the main functions. A lot of these functions I can't use, like the iPod, because I didn't actually run it. But yeah, I mean, pretty straightforward. You could download all your apps. You can have everything going on there. You know, Pandora, Spotify, any of those apps that you can download on the phone, you can download here. And as you can see, it was an easy plug and play. It looks nice, and you're ready to go. You just upgraded your stock radio. So once again, I'm Brian from Ottonavi. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to check out all our other videos. And that's pretty much it. Thanks.